Well, like I mentioned, after almost 2 or 3 sessions, I think the market has been down. Finally, we are seeing the market closing higher. What exactly happened today?
First of all, thanks for having me, Wole. The market was a little bit upbeat today. We have the index up by about 26 basis points to 21,082. Generally, I mean, like you said, we've had downbeat section for 3 days from, Thursday last week up to yesterday. Today is just a departure from what we witnessed before. Like you noticed last week too, we had 3 upbeat sections before with the downbeat section. Now we have an upbeat section. It is generally across the board. You see gainers in banking, in consumer goods, and almost all the sectors. And similarly, you have losers in all the sectors too.
So will you say that investors are just buying into the dip? They are looking at opportunities from this dip?
People are buying into the dip, looking for opportunities to, to make gains. Like I said before on this program, you see a lot of the banks are a little bit beaten down. You see stock like Sky Bank, like First Bank itself. It's traded at 12 naira before this year. A couple of weeks ago. Now you have it at 10 naira something. So you see people coming into those stocks, and that is why you see gainers across the board.
All right, then I also noticed that there's some interest in some insurance companies, Guarantee Trust Assurance and WAPIC Insurance. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, Guarantee Trust Assurance, you know that, that stock, a core investor moved into the stock just not quite long ago, and they did a tender offer, which has also closed. So if you notice, that stock, the float in that stock is no more than 15% nowadays. The core investor owns close to 75%, and there are some other key party in the stock which owns a large chunk. So what you have in the stock is just waiting for any catalyst to move it up further than, from where we have. It closed on beat today, a gain of almost 5%. Other gainers today, you will notice you have a lot of them in consumer goods like Dan Flour, you have PZ, you have GSK, GlaxoSmith, and you have some banking stock also on the gainer chart. You have First Bank gaining slightly, you have Access Bank. So it's people bottom fishing now that you see.
On the other hand, I see that Transcorp is actually down just over 4% today. Do you think that we've seen the end of that run? Obviously, there was a lot of interest in Transcorp not too long ago.
Yes, if you notice, Transcorp went as low as 50 kobo this year. And to have moved from 50 kobo to a level of 140 we saw last week, you will see that it's extraordinary. Right. And what I noticed is that people taking profit. If you buy at 50 kobo, and it's trading at 1 naira, 120, so I'm in money. So people are taking profit. So it will happen that maybe another 2-3 days it will go down. Then I don't think we've seen the end, because the stock has diversified into a lot of things. Agric, oil and gas, hospitality. So there will be. I still think that the stock has a lot of orbit, but people are only taking profit. All
right, so clearly they are reacting to positive news out of that company. But what's your outlook for the market, broadly speaking? And particularly, I want to get a sense of your thoughts as a trader, stockbrokers. To what extent are they getting involved in this market movement? Clearly, there's a lot of news about foreign investors dominating the market these days.
Foreign investors, like we all know, have been dominating the market pretty well. Taking like more than 2/3 of the activity in the market. In recent time, they are wary of the fact that locals are not participating in the market. Brokers, trade just come in today, try and get out tomorrow once they have a little profit on the stock. So they are not really long-term investors like you have the foreigners doing on the market. And until we have people, these pension funds and other institutional investors locally participating in the market, we will continue to have a very dull market, a market that is trading almost on the same level. Like what we witnessed last week, it went up 3 days, came down 2 days. So same thing will happen until we have locals coming into the market. And also currently there are no catalysts in the market. Yeah, all the financials are out.
Right.
People have taken the dividend and all the rest. So nothing to drive the market until we come near the second quarter results, which will be like middle of July to the end. That's why you can start seeing people positioning for the results.
All right, so let's talk about positioning. Of course, we know that the banks would lead in that earnings season, but more so now we're seeing Transcorp coming down. Are there any exciting trades there that you think people should begin to look at going into the third quarter?
Well, like we mentioned, banking stock is number one. Banking stock is they have a lot of visibilities. In the market, and they dominated the index apart from the Dangote cement. So basically, people should have to position in the banking stocks too. That is the where to be most of the time.
All right, but okay, but beyond banking, for instance, will you be open to a trade on Transcorp, maybe buying into the dip as it's coming down?
Oh, sure.
Right.
Sure. I will certainly be buying into the dips.
Okay, thank you so much, Komi. Unfortunately, we can't take it further, but thanks so much for your insights. Komi Osobu is a director at Reading Investments.